This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome back to the show. You know, sometimes the most interesting stories come from the most unexpected combinations. A life of discipline, courage, and service, paired with creativity, imagination, and a whole lot of heart. My guest today is Celeste Prater, who is a proud Marine Corps veteran who once found herself out in the field in Yuma, Arizona at just 24 years old, serving her country, building resilience, and living an adventure. She said one of the best decisions she ever made. And today, she is channeling that same bold spirit into something entirely different, writing spicy romance novels that explore connection, vulnerability, and the complexities of relationships. So, welcome to the show, Celeste. I love talking to authors, and you are a prolific author. We see
Thank you.
I don't, is this all? I don't think this is all the books you've written.
My romance series that you just mentioned, there's 16 of them right now. I have
Okay.
one left to write. I started out in romance, and that was just to see if I can get published. And before I even wrote my first word, I read over 600 romance books in a 2-year period, just so I find out what's been overdone, what not to do to your reader.
What
and,
works?
Yeah, what works, and just to see how many pages does it take to make a chapter? Things like that. I self-taught myself how to write a novel.
Right.
And I dreamed my first 2 characters of the romance, and it just went off from that point. I had a blast with it. So then I got picked up within 3 months of getting with the publisher, which blew me away because I'd heard that 1 in 18,000 people who've written a romance get picked up by a publisher. A true publisher, what they call it.
So that's a big deal. So who is your publisher?
It's Siren Publishing out of Austin.
Okay.
Austin. I didn't even know they were out of Austin when I applied to them.
But that's nice. They're local.
Yes. I went and met the people who put my books together one time. I think they freaked out and the author walked in. But yeah, they're out of Austin. Super nice people. But most authors that you see out there on Amazon, they're indie, which means they publish themselves.
Oh, yeah. In fact, quite frankly, most of the authors I have on this show are, they're self-published.
It's hard to get picked up by a publisher.
Right.
That's why I started with the romance. And I built my fan base off of that because it's not just romance where, all the spicy stuff. I have true stories, things that wrap around each other. Armageddon, Heaven, I've got all kinds of stuff. It's sci-fi, it's action, adventure, people die in it. And it's just a whole world building. So anyway, when I did that, I got my fan base. So once I built a big fan base, I have, I think, a little over 5,000 followers on Facebook.
Wow.
I said, okay, now I'm going to write what I really want to write, which is the mystery thrillers, the fantasy, revenge fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I did a memoir for Chad Dean from My 600-Pound Life. That was debuted on the Today Show. That was very exciting. I got to send Chad and his wife to New York and says, promote my book. So he got to talk to Al Roker and everybody. And so that was my 15 seconds of fame.
Wow.
But that was fun. And that's the I'm in here somewhere memoir for Chad. He's one of the most successful ones that came out off the My 600-Pound Life. He actually held on and kept his weight down after 6 years. A lot of them don't make it. So he was a good guy. But anyway, The Visiting Darkness was my favorite. It's a mystery thriller, a crime. And it's got a little paranormal in it. And I consider that book is that you will remember it long past the last page because I make you think on the last, you're like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Lots of twists and turns. That one's an audiobook, and also the Don't Mess with Anna.
Now, that's the one. I have not finished it, but I've started it.
Oh,
I
good.
met you, in fact, at a Bravo and Brew, or
yes.
Brew and Bravo.
Brew and
Bravo
for veterans, yes.
Event. You had a table there set up and had all your books. And, of course, that had a medallion on it. So tell me about that medal you won.
Yeah, that was the most exciting day I had was when I found out I won the medal. That was from International Reader's Favorite Award. I've been putting my books in that one for the last 12 years.
Uh-huh.
I get 5 stars back. I'm so excited to
That's
even get
good,
5
yeah.
stars. You know, they write really good reviews on them. But there was always that award that was just sitting there. It's like, how am I going to get this? And even Jim Carrey, you see, he won an award through them as well, too. They have a lot of celebrities that win awards through there. And then one day, this last time when I put the book in, it's like, okay. And I went on the day it was supposed to tell you, you know, the award day. I opened it up and it says, congratulations, you've won the bronze medal. I went, what? I was fell over.
Awesome.
And so when they said they're going to mail it to me, and I was like, okay. When it got in, I was thinking, it's plastic, it's heavy.
No, it's
really,
a real medal.
It's a real medal. So I was really very proud of that.
You should be, yeah.
And you can't see it underneath the medal, but I have another little sticker I got because I won the Gold Book Award through Literary Titan Gold Book Award. That's a big one also. So I was really excited about that. Very excited.
Well, and you mentioned fantasy revenge or revenge fantasy,
right?
And that's kind of what this book is. And it's interesting because it kind of starts off with how social media can be used against. It's almost like, did this happen to you?
That's really. I've been asked that before too. When I first started writing 12, 13 years ago, new author, you're just first review or something. I went on to Goodreads, which has readers.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
And I'd gotten some good reviews. All of a sudden, boom, this 1-star popped up. I was like, wow, 1 star. I said, I did that bad. I mean, it really bothered me. So I went and looked. I was like, who is this person? They didn't leave a review. It was just a 1-star. And so I started looking at the person's other ones. It was like one day they gave like 75 1-stars out to people. I was like, well, and they were top authors too. I mean, way big time author. It's like, well, I feel good. I'm in the club, you know. So
well,
yeah.
Take that as kudos for you. Yeah.
So I kind of blew it off. I said, look, I can't please everybody. Somebody had a bad day. And so I just kind of blew it off. Years and years later, I helped mentor this other gentleman to become an author. He wrote screenplays and he wanted to write a book. So I kind of showed him, you got to do it this way. You can't do it the screenplay way. And his first book came out and he was getting good reviews. All of a sudden, boom, 1 star, no review. Blew his mind. He's freaking out. I said, hey, just don't worry about it. It'll happen to you.
Was it the same person?
No, it's somebody different. Just somebody different. But it's just somebody. People like to go out there and just pop you with the 1 star. It could be another author who wants to knock your ratings down. It's just you don't know who these people are. Like you're just having a bad day. If I really wrote bad, give me a 1 star. But don't do it just because you're having a bad day.
No, your writing is very engaging and very fun. I mean, it's fun reading. So.
That's what the kicker was. When he got his 1 star, I went, okay, that's it. Don't mess with Anna. Because the name of the person in his book was Anna Marov.
Right.
And her it's spelled A-N-A. But I said, don't mess with Anna. I just came up with the title immediately and then immediately started writing it. And that's what it ended up.
It just came to you.
Because it happens out there in real life where people get bashed on the internet. You can say one thing and people are all over you. And it's like, people's different points of view.
Take things out of context.
Yeah, and it's almost like internet road rage or something. Yeah. It's just really horrible. So I wanted to handle
you almost
that.
want to say, get a life, you know?
Exactly.
People.
So like what makes people do that and what happens when you get caught doing it? And in this particular case, I'm not going to give away so you haven't finished it yet, but
That's right.
it'll take a twist where you're going like, whoa,
okay,
I did not see
well, I
that
can't
happening.
wait. I can't wait because it's very engaging and a lot of fun. And you've written so many books, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done a whole series, as you say. Your romance novels. You got 16 books.
Yeah, 16, and they're based out of Texas, and specifically, it all starts in Marfa, Texas. If you've ever heard of Marfa, with the Marfa Lights,
Texas.
With the Marfa Lights they talk about.
Oh yeah, I had a story on the Marfa Lights.
I had already written 3 or 4 of the books, and I never mentioned Marfa. I didn't understand Marfa being in that area. I've never been there. But I had to find a place where they could come through a vortex into the States. And I thought, Chenati Mountains, I've researched. I'm always researching everything. I'll get on the internet and research all kinds. If I'm talking about a particular place like Chicago, I'll go find real roads
you have
and stuff
to,
like
because
somebody's going to read it.
I mean, that's, you might get a 1 star. Yeah, they really didn't.
They didn't talk about my area, but I always do. And I've had comments from readers saying, hey, I'm from this area, and you actually mentioned the so-and-so supermarket. I work there.
And I know exactly where you're talking,
So anyway, I researched and found the Chenati Mountains, which is huge. I'm thinking, hey, you can come through a vortex and nobody will see you over there. And I ended up later talking about them coming out of that vortex and lights coming off of them. Then I found out about the Marfa Lights. I said, oh, maybe they're just feeding me this information. I had real people out there feeding me their story, and I'm just writing it down. Sometimes I feel that way. I'm just
Yeah.
yeah. Their frontal, their vortex.
Oh, that's fascinating. That's interesting. Um, so, at what point did writing kind of become something for you?
I started writing since I was old enough to pick up a pen, and my dad always watched me trying to write these stories. And in school, I always really
Oh,
careful
so
about
this is
that.
just a drive
Years
in
and
you.
yes, and he bought me a journal thing. He goes, and a pen, a really nice pen. He goes, you need to start writing down your thoughts. He goes, I know you got to get it out of you, Celeste. You just got to get it out of you. He knew of his kids I was going to be the writer. And so
Really?
I just wrote. You can't make a really good living at being a writer at that age, 12. So I just kept writing. But it came to when they did the 50 Shades of Grey when that came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I read. Everybody's talking about. I said, well, I read. I wrote a little romance when I was in the Marine Corps. You not much to do. Sometimes you just stuck around the base. And I wrote a. But back then you didn't have the internet. You couldn't send the end of a story. Just hey, check out my story. You had to do mail. Everything was by mail.
Mm-hmm.
And it just took forever, so I never did anything with it. So I got interested again because of the E.L. James, and I read them. I said, I can write just as good as this, if not better.
I
The
can do
second
that.
book, I was like, it was just a repeat. And why did you just did that repeat for the second book? So I was really
Yeah.
upset with it. And so that's when I did the research. I read over 600 romance books in a 2-year period before I wrote my first line. And I was like, okay, what has been overdone? What not to do to the reader? All that stuff. So anyway,
So
that
what
led
is
me.
it do you not do to the reader?
You do not mess up your point of view. Like if you have a point of view of someone coming into the room, you're of that particular character, and all of a sudden you switch to somebody else's point of view, and you're thinking, whose body am I in? Because you're taking your reader as if they're in the body of that character.
That's what puts them in the story.
Yeah, that's what puts them in. Then you'll see somebody say, she was thinking, if you're doing third person POV, which is point of view,
Right.
and you go, she was thinking a certain thing or whatever, all of a sudden somebody else is thinking something different toward her, and you're like, I just jumped
How
into
did
the
that
other
happen?
guy's mind. Yeah, because you only change point of view of the characters by chapter, or you have a section break and they go into their you'll see it through the book when you're
Right.
reading mine.
I mean, I've read some books where
Mhm.
it will say, Anna, and then this is all from her point of view, and then it might be her sister Sue or whatever.
Right.
So sometimes authors will just tell you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
Anna said or something like, or you'll see how they're feeling while they're
Right.
thinking something, while they're looking at somebody's walking into a room, or you'll know whose point of view you're in.
Right.
But then all of a sudden they'll flip and you think, whose body am I in? And all of a sudden, it's like it's just
That's
jarring.
very jarring.
Very jarring. So I'm very careful about point of view, and I'm also
Yeah.
careful about not telling, but by showing through the words. You have to show them what is happening so they can visualize in their mind. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of narrative. Then she walked into this room, and then she went over here and she did that.
And then she did
picked up
this, and
Susan,
then she did that. Yeah.
and
Almost
and
like
then-
stage direction.
Yeah, and also the worst thing I've seen other authors do that just really irritated me is all this backstory they try to build in before the main story starts happening. It's like, no, you if they've got a backstory that's intriguing toward that storyline, you build it into what's happening at that moment and being revealed a little bit at a time. You don't
Right.
just go, Anna was a scientist and she did this and her thing blew up and then she ended up here and she's talking to Mac. No, you gradually reveal about what her actions she's doing, that she's a scientist. You figure that out yourself. It's a mystery going along about their backstory.
Yeah, that's the mark of a great writer. So let's talk a little bit about your time in Arizona. 24 years old.
24.
What do you remember about that mission?
It was the reason I even went into the Marine Corps because got bored in Waco. I think my life is not going anywhere here. Didn't have enough money to go to college yet, and my parents made too much for me to get grants. And it was one of those weird things.
Yeah, I know. You were in the crack, really.
Right, and you see all the people you're hanging out with, and you think, they're going nowhere either, and there's, you can get in trouble and stuff. So I ended up in Click's Billiard one night waiting for my sister to get off work, and there was a Marine sitting on the end of the thing. It was the day that Beirut, the bunker blew.
Yeah.
So we're talking like 83. And so we got to talking, and I had before that had gone and checked with the Army because they were all in the same area with Click
all the
Billiard.
recruiters
all the
were.
recruiters are there.
Right.
So I checked with the Army and I checked with the Navy. They acted like care less. I walked in that door and asked questions because so many do. So many do. It's like, okay, come in here, fill it out. a woman walking into the Marine Corps one is very rare. So me as a woman talking to that male Marine who was a recruiter, next I know I'm in boot camp. I mean, he is smooth talker, and I was in boot camp.
Oh
with
my
him.
goodness! Next thing you knew,
Yeah, it was the best thing that ever happened because
yeah.
that when you tell somebody I was in the Marine, I'm a female, because there's very few that made it through. I think that at
I
the
can
time
imagine
when
boot camp was tough.
yeah, it was very tough. I went in at the time that they had just switched it where it wasn't the etiquette anymore, where the girls would just learn the etiquette of the Marine Corps and going to the events and stuff like that. It switched to what the males were going through. I went through the same training.
Really?
I went out to the field,
All
threw
the
a
PT and
grenade,
all that
all the
was.
all the same thing. Repelling off towers, the whole works. I mean, they were readiness.
Did they have to accommodate in any way? Or kind of.
We were separated. Men and women were still separated.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
want to be around another.
Well, because I mean, just physically, there's just something
plus-
you can't do and can't do.
Yeah, because what was really funny, we had a female drill instructors, mean. Oh my gosh, they were so mean. And I learned how to
Yeah,
just
look up mean, and then you see their picture,
There's
right?
a picture. Yeah, they were good, really good Marines that broke you down and built you back up. We went in with 74 women that came off the plane, all the buses with me. 42 of us made it out of the boot camp, and none, all of them from Texas, none from New York. Sorry, New York, but all the New York girls didn't make it. One of them tried to escape Paris Island, South Carolina is where I was stationed at for boot camp. Tried to escape. I said, "We're on the island. Where are you swimming to?" So just crazy things. Once one of them slit her wrist. I said, "Why don't you tell somebody you want to leave?" So
yeah,
just
I mean,
some really
you're not in
odd
prison.
people. Yeah, exactly. I guess some of them just joined to escape something else. I wanted an adventure, and I wanted out of Texas to see something different, and I did.
And
so
you
once
did.
I got out, it's like everything else is simple out here. When you go to a job, you get to get up and leave and go home. No, I had to clean up. I have to go and form out with everybody else, and it was a group effort all the time. So you learn a lot of teamwork. So it was the best thing. Best thing.
Oh yeah, so you were 24 when you
I was
signed?
24 when I went. I was 23 when I
23.
went into boot camp and had my birthday there, and I refused to tell anybody it was my birthday. I didn't want to. Yeah.
Were you one of the old ones?
Yeah, I was one of the older ones.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was older. I was little. Thank goodness, because just watching the youngsters just lose their minds.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Well, and there's a little something to be said, I think, for the additional years of experience you had, and that this is something I really want, as opposed to it might be default maybe for somebody. I know, who knows? I don't know what, what
Some
kind
of
of
them
helps motivate you to want to join the military
Some of them
service.
wanted to go in because they want to be an officer and then they would get free college and stuff. Mine was strictly I want to serve my country. And I wanted to do something that nobody else really does, something different.
You were pioneering something, I guess, in your family, huh?
Yeah, and I was the first woman in the Central Texas area to make it out of boot camp.
Really?
I didn't know that till I got home. I was starting to help with recruiters' assistants, and I looked up on the wall. There was all these male Marines that had graduated out of there that was from Central Texas, and I was at the top. I was the only woman. I said, "Why is it you're the first one that made through?" I was like, "Wow."
How
felt
wonderful.
really good about that, yeah.
Well, hopefully there are more now that
I'm
that
sure
have
there
followed you.
Sure.
So, what is it about that Marine service for you that shapes you to the person you are today?
It's the biggest part of that was you don't give up. You can't. I threw myself in there because I couldn't just walk away.
Yeah.
I had so many jobs when I was younger. I mean, you're young, you're hopping from here and here.
Oh yeah, you're waitressing
Oh, you made me
or
mad.
whatever.
I'm leaving. No, you go into in the Marine Corps. You can't go. Well, I'm done, and you just walk. No, you're AWOL. You're in trouble. So you had to stay there. You had to complete something, whether it killed you or not.
Yeah,
you had to finish it, and that was for a Gemini who's flighty all over the place. It grounded me. It fused me. And now, if somebody tells me you can't do that or you won't be able to finish that, it's a bet to me.
Yeah,
I will finish it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, so much more. I want to talk to Celeste about. I have loved our chat so far. We got more ahead, but I want to tell you that today's show is brought to you by Alan Samuels. It is your friend in the car business. The declaration of deals at Alan Samuels in Waco: 11,500 off 2025 Jeep Wrangler Sahara, 12,500 off 2025 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, 12,009 off 2025 Ram 2500 Laramie, and we will cover your sales tax and no payments for 90 days. Hurry, these deals won't last. Only at Alan Samuels, your friend in the car business. Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Alan Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
You're on an island, I'm out on the plains. You're on a piling while I stare at a train. I hope you stay dry while I'm pining for rain, because you're on an island and I'm on the mainland. Elemental moon on the wane. You're on an island with walls all around, watching the liners as they're crossing the sound. You got something in mind, hope you like what you found. 'Cause you're on an island, I hope you are smiling. I hope nothing is running aground. You're on an island, come back ashore, just for a while, like a lifetime or more. Nautical miles, more than ever before. You're on an island, the prairie is silent, until I hear you knock at my door. You're on an island, the prairie is silent, until I hear you knock at my door. You're on an island, come back ashore, island.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adult, 2 to 12 years $3, 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at keeps.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we are back with Celeste Prater, who is an accomplished author. I love your logo. You've got Celeste Prater.
CelestePrater.com.
And you've got a QR code on the back of your shirt.
Yes.
And
You want me to
all
turn
that.
around and show
Well,
them?
let's see if they can. I'm not sure they can see it, but yeah, if you want to hop up and so they can. Yeah, there you can see the key.
I'll scan it. Go to my website.
Yeah, that's your website. And yeah, your success though with writing, has it surprised you a little bit? I know you've worked hard. Obviously, you've researched and you've worked. You put in the sweat equity.
It was really fun. The first book that I put in was Drusus, which is the first of the series, and it's called Fueled by Lust. And the reason why it hints toward romance, but they really are fueled by people's desire. When they're in a club, that's how they survive on Earth, fueled by this lust, this desire. And so when I wrote that, I was like, okay, let's see what happens. I sent it in, and the editors get a hold of it when they accept it, right? I was a comma atheist. I forgot about where commas go. So it's good to have this editor to help me. I've learned so much more about editing my own books now. So yeah, it was just freaked me out that they actually picked me up. I'm just so excited they picked me up. And then to be able to tell that the reviews that came in afterwards, even from the editors, they would let you know what they thought of the overall book. And they was like, well, okay, because I had a solid storyline. It wasn't just romance. It's a solid storyline.
Well, and they're a little spicy. You want to talk about that aspect of
I
it?
don't hold anything back. It's really funny because when I don't, because there's a lot of guys that buy my books for their wives. I have a lot of guys asking, when's your next book coming out? And sometimes they play out. So I've saved some marriages, I think. So spiced it up for them. But yeah, but they're not. I got one book that's a BDSM book. I did that once because it was really big at one time. I think it was 2016 when BDSM was really big. So I did a lot of research on this. So I did the dominant submission side of that one, which is the most lame one versus some of the stuff I learned when I was researching BDSM. But it can be a loving relationship, But the romance to me it's just an icing on the cake. These people build up these relationships through my books as well too. So they don't like just meet, have sex, and then something else happens in the book. That was another thing I learned not to do to my reader, which is why are they at this point? Why do they even like each other? And what's the different things that they can fight about or gives them angst, and some of them have a lot of
some of that tension.
The tension. Like sometimes the guys will have issues. The girl's like, "Hey, I'm on board. You're a great guy," and they're like, "I've got problems." And sometimes the women, but there's really strong women when it comes down to it. And I don't always make them skinny models. My girls, the heroines in there, have some weight on them, and they're worried about their pudge, and the guys go, "No, you're gorgeous," So it makes women who are a little pudgier,
kind of
good
real
about themselves.
that's real life.
And I do May December ones where the lady's older.
Really?
She's like, "Okay, you're too young, get away from me." He goes, "Age is just a number." She's like, "Oh God, quit! I'm gonna fall in love with you." That kind of stuff, I make it realistic. I put them in situations where it's realistic. One had to take a cooking class, and all the girls were like, "Ah!" And there's this older woman in her 40s, and he's like in love with her, and I go through the whole thing if I'm trying to convince her that he's the right guy for her. So it's just fun. To do these relationships.
Well, when you're telling love stories, what kind of draws you into the layers that have to be there to make an interesting story?
For me, it has to have that first with these guys to understand with this sci-fi part of it. These guys they look like human males. They're big, burly, like a bodybuilders, but they're really not bodybuilders. They're just built that way. They're warriors. So the ones that come into the earth are warriors. and all of them have long hair. I love long-haired men.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
from the 80s, so I
Kind of
love
a
long-haired
Fabio
men.
thing.
Yes, I love long-haired men. So they all have long hair,
Mhm.
their race. And when they come in, they know if you're their mate. As soon as they meet you, if they smell flowers, there's a scent. So if they
Oh.
smell this flower, they know it's a true that they're really not in love yet, the woman, but she's compatible. If they smell smoke, then they know it's just that they're just a desire. It's just they want to,
Yeah.
there's not a connection.
A little
so there's
flame, but
yeah,
not, yeah.
then it becomes erotica.
Yeah, okay.
But so there's that first connection. They go, oh my gosh, this is my potential mate, and then they have to go through all this trouble trying to date them, try to get them to date them, and then they have to reveal who they are. They're from a different planet, so there's a lot of angst and things that go on. One time, some of the guys had to kidnap one of the girls and take them back to the planet because she discovered that they were aliens, and she was a psychiatrist because she figured it out. And then they snatched
Says,
her and took
this
her
is
back.
not from this world.
Yeah, oh my God, yes. And so I put them in all these different situations because of that stress they go through, or the things they deal with. Some of them go work out together. One of them got stuck out in the woods. They got stranded out there from a helicopter crash, and so they're learning each other as they're going through. So I've tried to make it as realistic as possible. It's not one of these, oh, you're so good looking, I'm in love with you. No, there's something about their personalities. So it's not just all physical. Even though the guys are gorgeous, they have to be really nice guys.
Well, I mean, and as a woman, that women are wired differently than men.
Yeah.
When it comes to all that, how do you balance vulnerability and strength in your characters?
Okay. Say that the woman, like I was telling you earlier, like the woman was, she's like finds this guy very attractive, and she feels like he's, should be hers, and she knows he's got an issue. So sometimes make the woman a more pushy as far as like talking what's really going on. The guys kind of like close in on themselves and stuff. So I kind of balance it off that. And the guy doesn't dominate her in the aspect of like, you will do what I say, that, the barbarian guy, that's not them. They actually respect the women enough to listen to them when they speak to them. They will walk away. They will walk away if a woman says, I don't want to have anything to do with you. And they could die at a regular age if they don't mate with their soulmate.
Yeah, so they're under the clock.
They have a clock on too, but they will walk away because they respect women so much that they'll say, if you don't want me. And if they love them so much, they will die at a regular age. Otherwise, they can live to 1,000 if they do mate. Yeah. So there's this incentive there. I give them all these little incentives and all these things that could break them up, and they get through it. Somehow they get through, but it's very realistic. And again, it comes with being an older woman. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've dealt with a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of different, things that help me with it. And I plant little things through my stories that help younger girls, like make sure that they're not the whiny, bratty women, how they act in clubs and stuff like that. So I like to plant little things to teach people things as you go through as well. So there's a lot to my romance stories. And
does your military experience show up in your writing?
Did I have any military? I don't think I've had any military in my writings. I don't think I was specifically. No.
I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah. Maybe it's the good looking men, because there was a lot of good looking male Marines. That kind of led to me having good looking guys in there. But so I haven't written a military style, which I will one day. I probably
think
will
you should.
write.
Yeah. What themes do you find yourself returning to?
Themes within the romance. The themes are just the meeting and getting used to somebody, and learning about somebody, and what is really love versus lust versus like, and all that. That's my theme through those. Mystery thriller. The theme there was everything's not as it seems. You may think that you know something, but you don't. And with the Don't Mess with Anna, it's to make people realize you can actually injure somebody so hard with just words.
Oh, yeah.
They always say they'll knock you off the internet or anything if you say kill or gun, and I'm going to choke you, stuff like that. But people can come in there and mentally, emotionally destroy somebody, and you'll see this painted going through there, and how is there redemption after that. So, yeah. So my themes are anything that I get hit with at the moment.
Yeah. So you say, you have some twists in terms of things. And that leave the reader, like, I didn't see that or whatever. What is it you hope readers take when they close that book for the last time?
I want them to go, oh, gosh, when's her next one? That's what I'm always hoping. I get a lot of comments from some readers that send. It's like, when is your next one? So it's like, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm writing a mystery thriller. My romance readers are, boy, hardcore. If I go
chomping at the bit.
If I go too long, I'll get a bunch of them come back and say, Celeste, I'm waiting for number 17. You've been leaving me hanging. I'm sorry, it's only one of me. Because I like to branch out. I want to branch out to different style of reading. And I even wrote a how-to book one time with somebody that did a paper house, built their house with paper. It's called Padobe, whatever. These people out of Bruce Folletti. And they'd been in the paper one time, but they said, we want to do some more stories. And so let's write a book for you. So I sat down with them and found out how they built their home and did the how-to. Somebody else who could do that. And sadly, the lady I interviewed, she passed away about maybe a year ago. So her family has this book.
But not right. You have absolutely Well, that's good to know that you're doing that as well. You represent a combination people don't expect, a military veteran and a romance author. So what has this taught you about breaking stereotypes?
Stereotypes of women just being silly, and always having too emotional. Because sometimes I have my women that would be very logical. It's like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, So I have logical women. I have those who have past history that hurt them really bad. So it makes them where they won't go into a relationship so easy. It's kind of teaching guys too about how would you approach a woman that has a past history that maybe she was abused by another man or something. How do you approach? It can't just be my woman, come with me, kind of, barbarian thing. And also teaching women that you have to be whiny brats to guys. There's ways to talk to them, and they don't always can read your mind. You be verbalized. So it's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to make it where people can understand each other. There's ways to do it without just, and also my theme in there is everything is not about sex in a relationship. There's a build up to it. There's a how do you become friends through all of that? So, and because some of my characters from the book 1, you'll find them in book 16.
Oh, they recur.
They recur.
And that's kind of fun for the reader.
Yes,
for sure. Yeah,
and I want my readers to feel good about. This way, the responses I get back on a lot of the reviews, my professional reviews too, are saying, where are these men and where can I find them? I'm going to go to Marfa, Texas and just wait for them to come out of the tunnel. I've had them, and a lot of them say, Celeste, you're making it hard for me to date a guy on Earth.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking for that alien. That's going to be just the perfect guy. So you mentioned hearing from some of your readers. Can you think of maybe something in particular that you heard back from someone that was really touched or affected by your work?
The one that really impacted me was one who I got a 2-star from her. It was on Goodreads, but she gave a review, and it was very not objective. It was subjective to what hurts. I like my villains more villainy, and she's like,
okay,
I didn't know you needed a more villainy person. There's a reason I wrote that villain a certain way because it led to something else. And she didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I responded back to her and said, what can I do to improve your experience as a reader? And she freaked out that an author got a hold of her. Like, oh my God, you responded to me.
Yeah, you actually responded.
I actually responded.
Yeah,
really
the author read what I wrote.
Exactly,
right?
and I was kind to her. I wasn't like, what?
Right. You're open to
constructive
criticism.
Let me know. What? Because if they give a review, at least they wrote something to tell me why I got that.
Yeah, they took the
that
effort
1-star that made me.
They always say if someone takes the effort to write something down, that means there may be 100 other people that think that.
Exactly right. And she was so excited that I contacted her that she goes, you know what? You're absolutely right. She goes, I shouldn't have said it because that's what I needed. She goes, let me go back. I'm going to redo this. So she gave me, I think, a 4-star and rewrote it. It's just the author contacted me and it made me rethink this. And she ended up giving me a 4-star.
Well, that's sweet.
It was really weird. So I loved it. One that I think had impact was I wrote about a lady that had been abused by her father tried to kill her in there. And the guys later find out, they find these wounds all over her and stuff. And one girl had that type of abuse. Because I always try to tell them there's triggers in there. And she said it made her feel better because of how the guys handled it. Mm-hmm. And they didn't care. But she ended up later getting it fixed because they're sci-fi. They got all these special stuff that happens on the planet. So they did get her fixed where they covered up the scars.
The scars.
Yeah, so they said it made them cry through the story.
Oh.
So, but yeah, they get touched by them sometimes too. So very
Yeah.
emotional.
That's gonna make you feel so
Oh,
good.
yeah, when I
So
unpack somebody.
looking ahead, what's next on the agenda?
My daughter has been after me forever to write a fairy stories, like, and no romance, and because she says, "Mom, I can't read romance books. I love the storyline in it, but I can't read the romance because that's my mom." So she reads all my other books. So
That's
I
funny.
don't want to read that. My mother wrote this. Well, she's my publisher. She's the one that come up with all my stuff
she's
and says
wonderful.
for
Yeah.
me. But she wants me to write a story of fae, fairies in the historical time, fairies back then, and how they're trying to fit in with the communities back then and not get caught and all this stuff. So
Interesting.
okay, so that'll be my next one. So, but I got to be inspired. Sometimes I'll be in the middle of one of my romance books because I got, like I said, one more left. And I got hit with the "Don't Mess with Anna" when my friend got hit with
It just sort of
and I just went,
the inspiration came and you went with it.
I had to start writing, and I finished it
Yeah.
within 3 months. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, and I don't know if I told you this at Brew and Bravo, that I have adapted Visiting Darkness into a screenplay.
You did mention that.
And Don't Mess with Anna, I have adapted into a 10-episode TV pilot, a TV series. And
I think that would be fun.
Yes, there's more in the pilot, in the 10-episode miniseries than that is in the book.
Right,
I
I
took
bet
it
you
further.
could flesh out a few more things.
I
Yeah.
tried to get into a 1-hour, feature for
Uh-huh.
a screenplay. There's too much in Anna.
Oh, yeah.
I had to put everything in there. So I said, "Oh, I'm going to do
Do a series.
now this one." I got semifinals in the Blue Cat screenplay contest out of Hollywood, and the second one I got a quarterfinalist. I have a second one. I haven't even wrote the book, but I got a screenplay of more of Visiting Darkness, so I could write
Okay.
that a book as well too.
And
But-
the title is just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just such a great title. So when is there a chance that it's moving on to possible production?
I don't know. I have to see what happens with the later Don't Mess with Anna, because the pilot is in a contest right now. So hopefully
Okay.
I'll play somewhere. If I win in that category, please, then they introduce you to producers and stuff. Now,
Right,
when
and
I
begin that process.
When I
Interesting.
got this one out, the Visiting Darkness, when it won the semifinals in that, I had some interest coming out of Hollywood. Then all of a sudden the writer's strike hit, all kinds of different crazy things hit. And I was like, well, that's about right. So it wasn't meant to be, so I just left it alone. But I think that pilot, that 10-episode one's gonna, because I see so many things on streaming on like Paramount and HBO Max. I'm thinking, how did they
Right.
get their episodes? How did they get this one? I said, mine's gonna make it.
Oh, it's just drivel. I mean, really.
I just got to meet the right
Mm-hmm.
person that'll say,
That's,
hey, we need
I
to
think
do
that's
this.
a lot of it for sure, and being able to get the right eyeballs on what you've written.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the world is your oyster.
I hope so.
Oh, Celeste, it has been so much fun. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you very much.
for spending some time with me and for sharing your talent with us and with the world, and especially thank you for your military service.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me. This is very fun.
Oh, it's
Appreciate
been
it.
a delight for me. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years, $3. 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
An online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Your first month free at keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.